The Lord is describing and identifying Israel by describing what Israel would experience. And he's doing this beforehand. Verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. So the Lord is telling Abram in advance that this nation that the people of Israel are going to be serving, that the Lord's going to judge that nation. Of course, it's referring to Egypt. And afterward shall they come out with great substance. And that's exactly what happened in the Exodus, because the Lord instructed Moses to tell the people to ask the Egyptians for gold and silver and what have you, and they plundered the nation of Egypt in this way. So what we have right here is, and afterward they shall come out with great substance. Now notice in verse 18, in the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt, that is the Nile, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. So we see right here in Genesis chapter 15, verses 13, 14, and 18, that the Lord is identifying the people of Israel, the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, by describing what they would experience. And he did this beforehand because he already knew what was going to happen. Okay, so that is one particular passage that is actually describing the covenant, the everlasting covenant. But now let's go ahead and move on to another passage within the scriptures. In the Old Testament, we have in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 1, the following. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister or servant, saying, go on to verse 2, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give them, even to the children of Israel. So now he specifically mentions, he specifically names the children of Israel, because by this time Israel was already born. He had 12 sons. These sons became tribes and a people, and the Lord is referring to them as the children of Israel in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 2. We're going to go ahead and move right on to the next verse. In this verse right here, what we have is a promise in verse 3, every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. Verse 4, from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea, it's referring to the Mediterranean Sea, and unto the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. Now, to see what that looks like, let's take a look. If you look at the blue area, you see toward the left, you've got the Nile River as one boundary, and then you have toward the right and going up, you have the Euphrates River as another boundary, and that actually is the land to which that everlasting covenant was referring, because that is the land which is between the Nile and the Euphrates. We're going to go ahead and go back to what we were looking at before from the standpoint of the different verses that we were looking at. We're going to take a look once again right here where it says, saying unto thee, I will give the land of Canaan, saying unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance. This just goes on to describe even more specifically just how serious the Lord is about the land that He promised to the children of Israel. We're going to go on now to another verse. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up right over here. And that is going to be in the prophet Joel, chapter 3. And we'll start with verse 1. Notice how this passage of Scripture, this chapter, in the very first 2 verses, is going to refer to the land once again, and it also refers to heritage. And it's using some of the same verses. This passage of Scripture is utilizing some of the same words that we have been reading in some of the other passages that we've been reading in this video.